In today's video, we are going to look at a practical example of lasso regression. In our previous video, we have done a practical of ridge regression. In lasso, we are penalizing our error term. How are we penalizing? By adding an alpha multiplied by mod of all the coefficients of the variables. In the previous video, when we ran a ridge regression, our accuracy score did not improve much. Now, let us see with the lasso regression, does our accuracy increase? So, the steps involved in lasso regression is same as the steps involved in linear regression. Basically, the four-step model. First, we have to call the model. Next, we have to create an object of the model. Then, we are going to fit the model, and then we are going to finally predict the model. And at the end, we are going to check for the accuracy scores. From sklearn dot linear underscore model import lasso. Now let's create an object for lasso. Let's call it L1. The L1 is nothing but lasso, and we have to specify our alpha values, because if we do not specify the alpha values, the computer will not know which alpha value to choose. But by default it is set at 1. So let's call alpha is equals to 1. Now we are going to fit this onto xtrain ytrain. L1 dot fit xtrain ytrain. At the end, we are going to predict ypred is equals to L1 dot predict xtest. At the end, we are going to check for the accuracy scores. Print R2 underscore score ytest ypred. Now let us run this code. So over here as well, our accuracy has not drastically improved. It has improved by just a small point of 1. Now you would be wondering, how exactly did I come up with the alpha value of 1? In my previous video on ridge regression, I have explained how I came up with that alpha value. Similarly, over here in lasso regression as well, we are going to use a for loop. We are going to loop over a set of numbers from 1 to 100, and we are going to check for the accuracy using different alpha values. Now let us run that for loop. For I in range going up to 100. So for 100 values of alpha, I will check for the accuracy scores. Now let's create an object of L1 for lasso. Since I don't know the alpha, I will just write alpha as I, because now we are checking for what value of this alpha we get the highest accuracy. At the end, we do a fitting of the model L1 dot fit xtrain ytrain, and finally we predict y. We do not have to predict over here because we are not interested in the predictions. What are we interested in? We are interested in the accuracy scores. So we write print an f string L1 dot score xtest ytest. Let's close it by the inverted commas. Now let us run this. So you get the accuracies for different points of alpha. So if you observe over here, our accuracy is increasing at 1, but then our accuracy starts falling. And When I, or the value of alpha, is equals to 100, your accuracy falls down to 13. So, in this way, we can decide what should be the value for alpha. I hope the idea of lasso regression, what exactly lasso does and how exactly it does, is clear for one and all. Thank you. Do